DC Dual Force is surely but slowly approaching, and it has been a couple weeks now since they did say that we are weeks away from our first day to play the game. We've been slowly getting a little bit more information here and there. Last Friday, we got a look at the Superman and Lex Luthor cards. Today, we are getting a look at the Flash and Harley Quinn. Now, I'm not going to deep dive into these cards specifically. If you want a deep dive on these cards, some other great content creators, Willow and Jazzerus, actually made some videos on these cards already. I'll leave a link down to the videos down in the description down below. But what I want to talk about before we get our hands on the actual game of DC Dual Force is 7 features that I want to see in the game. First thing I want to see from DC Dual Force is animated or premium cards in the game. Now, it is inevitable, right, that I'm going to be making some comparisons to other card games, especially Marvel Snap, because, you know, DC and Marvel have been compared for, it feels like, forever now. But I do want to see some really cool animated cards from DC Dual Force. Although there are some animated cards in Marvel Snap, I feel like when you upgrade it to animated, it really doesn't make that much of an impact. There are some cards that have some really cool animations to them, but most of the animation in Marvel Snap is just kind of like a hair blowing in the wind, or like a cape flowing or something like that, right? But if you take a look at some of these cards from Gwent, the Witcher card game, which I will always love Gwent and never stop praising Gwent. I believe it has some of the best art I've ever seen in any card game, and I think it to this day still has the best animated art for any card game. I'll go ahead and throw up some examples on the screen here for you, but my god, just look at this and just tell me like you don't want something like this for DC Dual Force, right? I mean, it would just be amazing. Now, the next thing I want to see in DC Dual Force is more customization. I feel like in Marvel Snap, we actually don't have that much customization. There are avatars and titles and card backs, which are cool, but I feel like the avatars and titles, like, no one really cares about them too much, and it really sucks when you open those from a reserve when instead you'd rather have a card, tokens, gold, anything else really. And the card backs in Marvel Snap are cool. I think they definitely could be better, though, in my opinion. There's a bunch of them that are just like okay, or the infinite ones are just kind of the same as the season ones, but just with a gold color to them. So what I want to see in DC Dual Force is actually some better card backs, and I want to see game boards. I want to be able to customize our game board. Again, I'll use Gwent as another example here for just having some amazing game boards, just amazing artwork. Again, I cannot praise Gwent enough. If you didn't know that already, I used to play Gwent a lot. But anyways, Gwent has some amazing game boards, and Legends of Runeterra also. They have some interactive game boards where each one just maybe has some different like ambient noises to it. Maybe you can click on things in the background that'll make different noises or different little animations that'll pop up. So I would really love to see some different kinds of game boards in DC Dual Force. Of course, we can have things like Gotham and Metropolis and whatnot, you know. And another thing too is I want to be able to customize the game music in DC Dual Force, whether that be like the main menu music or more specifically the music within the games, because as much as I love the music within Marvel Snap, I'm kind of tired of it, to be honest. And it seems like a missed opportunity with the Guardians of the Galaxy season, which the Guardians of the Galaxy movies are, you know, really focused on music and inspired by different types of music. I'm kind of surprised that we did not get any sort of like soundtracks in Marvel Snap that we can like swap out, you know, like there should have been some songs included with like the season pass or something like that. And again, this is something that Gwent does, right? They have music in their game that you can swap out with every deck, actually. So each deck you can customize your game board, your card back, your leader, your character, and then as well as the music. Now, to be fair, the music was something fairly new to Gwent. That's not something that's been around forever, but just being able to change the music based on what deck you're playing, I think is a really cool feature that more card games need to have. Next thing I want to see from DC Dual Force, which honestly should kind of be a layup at this point, is just multiple game modes. And what I mean by that is I want like at the minimum a ranked mode, an unranked mode. They did confirm PvE, so there's going to be a PvE mode, and then maybe a draft mode as well. Now, me personally, I'm not someone that really likes draft modes in card games, but I know there are a lot of people who enjoy that type of gameplay. So to me, I think it would make a lot of people happy if there was a draft game mode in DC Dual Force. But what I really care about is ranked and unranked. Honestly, it still kind of baffles me that Marvel Snap does not have an unranked mode at the moment. I think unranked is just really good for people who want to play the game casually, or, you know, maybe trying out some new decks without risking losing their rank. So I would love to see multiple game modes within DC Dual Force, and it does kind of seem like they're heading in that direction since they have already confirmed that there will be both PvP and PvE. And for these next couple features I want to see, this is kind of a 2-in-1 package here. And I'm going to reference an old card game that's technically still around, but it's not really being supported with new content at the moment, just bug fixes every now and then. So not a lot of people are playing about it. Not a lot of people have maybe heard about this game, and it's Mythgard. Mythgard is what is called the most feature-complete card game. And to this day, I still believe that because this game has some insane features that I have not seen in any card game. So if we pull my profile up from Mythgard, you will see the last game I played was 2 years ago. And you see how every game there has a little eye icon on it. Well, you can click that eye and you can rewatch that game. So I'm literally rewatching a game I played 2 years ago. That is insane. And it has like a full like theater mode experience. You can pause, you can fast forward, rewind. This is insane. Like, absolutely love Mythgard. If you have not heard of this game, like, it is just an amazing game. Unfortunately, just not really being supported at the moment in terms of new content. But yeah, that's it. It is what it is, I guess. But anyways, they did have some of the best features I've seen in any card game. It really is. You can go in, you could watch matches, whether it be ladder matches, tournament matches, unranked matches. It could be whatever, even versus AI. You can go back, you can watch your matches against other people, see what you did wrong, and you can also switch point of views. So if you want to have the point of view of your opponent, you can swap to their point of view and see, okay, what cards did they have in their hand? What were their best plays? What were they going to do in this situation? And even further, you can click on this little arrow on the right here, and it'll show you your opponent's deck list that you're playing against. And there's a button that says export deck. And you can copy a code to your clipboard, paste it into the game, and import that deck. How freaking sweet is that? I would love for DC Dual Force to have some sort of theater mode where you can go back and watch your gameplay, because I think, you know, that's something that's really important, just to kind of understand interactions with the game. Maybe you're confused. It's like, wait, why did I lose this game? Why did this happen? Or maybe you're really into the competitive aspect of a game and you're thinking, okay, what could I have done better there? Or maybe you can review your gameplay with a friend and be like, okay, what do you think about this where I did here? So a huge feature that more card games need. Absolutely love Mythgard. And another thing that Mythgard did that I absolutely love, and I believe Runeterra does this now as well, is they have an in-game tournament client. So what that means exactly is you can actually sign up for tournaments in the game. Everything is done in the game, so there is no, oh, let me sign up on Discord, let me sign up on this random website, right? I mean, technically you did still have to be in Discord for like communication and updates and all that, but all the actual, like, the bracket is handled within the game. And to be fair, it was kind of buggy at times back in the day when I played this. I don't know if they fixed it, you know, as of now, but back in the day when I played a couple years ago, there was some bugs with it, but it's better than nothing in my opinion. I mean, this is amazing, being able to create tournaments and just sign up for tournaments within the actual game. No outside website required. It's just a huge thing, and I really wish Marvel Snap had that, and I hope DC Dual Force has that as well. One feature I want to see from DC Dual Force, not only for myself, but I think just for the game as a whole to do well and to survive is just have a good economy, to have affordable cards, packs, expansions, because I want to see the game do well. The monetization in Marvel Snap is kind of a hot topic. There was the recent collector bundle, which is $100, which gets you 10,000 collector's tokens. And to me, it's kind of insane because 10,000 collector's tokens is one and what 2/3 of a new card, a Series 5 card. So like, not even like $100 isn't enough for two new cards. Like, when you think about that, and when I say that out loud, that just, it sounds so insane to me. Like, you could get entire expansions in other card games like at a fraction of that price. So I really think DC Dual Force needs to have a better monetization system. Hopefully they can look at Marvel Snap and say, okay, well, we're not going to do what they did, right? We're going to take their mistakes and learn from them. And Willow, again, another content creator for DC Dual Force, the #1 guy hyped for DC Dual Force, actually, did do a video on DC Dual Force and new cards throughout the years and expansions throughout the years. So from what he's saying, it does seem like they are going to have a good sort of a content rotation going around, but we don't know the exact prices of all the packs and expansions and whatnot. But so far, I am feeling hopeful. And last but not least, the thing I want to see from DC Dual Force is mobile support. Now, they have said that the game was developed to also play on mobile, but as of right now, they have confirmed the game is just releasing for PC at the moment, which is fine. You know, I think being on PC is a good thing, right? But I think the mobile audience is just so large, probably even larger than the PC audience, to be honest. I play a lot of Marvel Snap on mobile, and if it wasn't on mobile, I probably wouldn't play as much, to be honest, because it's just so convenient. So I'm hoping they actually put some time and effort into the mobile release, and it's not just kind of like an afterthought, right? And I hope it actually comes out somewhat soon after the full PC release, and it's not something we get like a year later, because I think mobile really opens up the game to a broader audience, which will bring in more players, which is always a good thing, right? More players, more fun, and yeah, fun for everyone. So those were my thoughts on some of the features I want to see in the upcoming DC Dual Force card game. Hopefully we get a beta soon. Honestly, I'm hoping for a beta this week. Maybe I'm being a little bit too optimistic, but we just received news on Friday. We received news today, which is Monday. So I'm hoping we get something a little bit more this week. I really just want to see what the gameplay is all about. But anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Really help me out, and make sure to subscribe if you want to see some more DC Dual Force content from me in the future. Also trying to hit 2,000 subscribers. Oh, and if you like Marvel Snap, consider subscribing as well, because I also do Marvel Snap videos. Anyways, that's going to be it from me. I'll see you all in the next one, hopefully in the beta by then. And yeah, thanks for watching once again. Later.